What's going on, people? It's your man, the White Bee. Once again, big shout out to my doggy 3-1 BT for coming through and boosting up the coin. So, bash. We got a bit of a wiggy one for you, man, right now regarding Alexander. Very nice, I like it. How much? Usyk. Okay, let's start from the rip. This guy's been getting punched up by someone. Look, he's got a black eye. I've never seen him with a black eye before. Not since he fought AJ, obviously, in a real fight without headgear on. So, he's got a black eye, right? And if this was anyone else, then I think Tyson Fury had a black eye at one point. Either way, he got a moody cut, a moody fake cut before. You get the point. And it's not just this photo. This photo, well, the video came out 4 days ago. It's fair to say they're probably... The zone take a little while. So what was it filmed? Maybe 2 weeks ago. Could be longer. Either way, though, how'd you get a mark there? Oh, this is like one of them domestic V type. I fell down the stairs type ones. You got punched up, man. You're too old. His legs are gone. That's my conclusion. You didn't fall down the stairs, Alexander. Your legs have gone, mate. Let's be talk a spade here. Oh, tripped. You keep tripping. Beverly. Why does Beverly keep tripping downstairs, man? Come on, bro. Your legs are gone. That's the truth. I see legs are gone here. Yeah? He's got a black eye there. OYB, that's not the same thing. OYB, it's not that. Oops. We've got another leaked photo on the other eye this time. Let me see if I can zoom in for you, man. I know you, man, like it big. No diddy. Let's get it big for you, man. Come on. Alright, here we go. You see? Yeah? Another little mouse there. Right? I'll make it even bigger. For the zesties out there. Putting on for the grinder man right now. See that there? Yeah? You don't see one on this side. So, where was we? In this vid... Oh, people, this is madness, man. Where is the other link gone? Here it is. So in this video you see his right eye got touched. What could it be? I've heard people say things like, oh, my child hit me in the eye. You don't get a black eye from a child accidentally hitting you in the eye. He's got hit in sparring, end of the day. Now it doesn't mean nothing, does it? Right? You can always get hit in sparring. 2 different eyes. Alexander Usyk, the cat. Yeah? Where's that picture gone? Look, the other eye this time. You see a mark there. People, oh, it's the sunlight. No, sunlight. In fact, it's shining on this side of his face. He got hit there, in my opinion. Yeah, that's what I think happened here. He hasn't got a crease there on his face, I wouldn't assume. He's smiling more or less in a linear fashion. You don't see a crease here. Could it be a bit of a shadow? You'd have to see more, end of the day. I think he got punched on it. And even if you don't believe this one, oh, it's a shadow. Well, what's this one then? What's that one there? That's definitely legit. So, I'm not going to labour the point. It's not rocket science. He's 38. Either way you look at it, he's had a long career. In as much as he hasn't had the hardest fights, but he's had a long career. He's been doing this 25 years. Yeah? He's moved up to heavyweight. Yes, the heavyweights are useless. Fury's useless. Johnston's useless. But it still takes a toll on a smaller man. Well, it takes a toll on a big man. Look at AJ. His chin's gone. Completely gone. Chopped a bit. Look at Fury's chin, completely gone. And Fury never really had no tough fights. He fought a basketball player twice, but no. The first fight was tough. The second fight was easy. The only 2 hard fights Fury's had is the basketball player. 210 pounds soaking wet. Right? So none of these men have really, really super hard careers. But 25 years in the game or 20 years in the game is 20 years in the game. So this, I've never seen it again. Not my bias here. I've never seen Usyk with 1 or 2 black eyes in a given camp. Could it be just lucky chance? Of course it could be. The flip side is, he's 38. He has... Oh, who was I listening to? I was listening to some clown. Oh, no, there's no way Usyk's over the hill. You're not over the hill until you're not. Sorry. You're not over the hill until you are. Yeah? I'm trying to think of examples recently where... There's a cliche saying, people get old overnight. And having 2 black eyes in a given camp is some evidence of old overnight. Not to mention we have some mythical factors, in my opinion, that are backing the narrative that Dubois is going to do this. I've heard some good bars from Dubois as well. Yeah, we've talked about this before, but Dubois, I said a little while ago, he reminds me of Danny the dog from the film Unleashed. Watch that film. It's basically Jet Li's in the film. Jet Li's this kind of, what would you call it, orphaned child who can't speak a lick of nothing. And this gangster brings him up and he's like a dog. And all he's done is train him to fight. He can't speak English. He can't speak any language at all. He's a dog. He's basically a fighting dog. And the gangster just sets him on people. What does he do? Take his necklace off and he just goes buck wild kind of thing. And Dubois reminds me of that. And Dubois said recently, he said, listen, I'm not here to think. I'm here to do him some proper harm. It wasn't exactly that, but it was along the lines of that. And I got similar on. Put my hands in the air. Yeah, I'm not a grinder man, but I'm telling you, when I heard the bars from, you know what I'm like. Anyway, it's not a zesty thing. I'm telling you, it turns me on. Not in that way, but you get the point. I'll sit there wanking myself off when I hear people talking hard. Metaphorically speaking. Yeah, Dubois said, I'm not going in there to think. He's getting it. Yeah? So there's a number of factors coming here. Dubois on the up. That's undoubtable. No one can say Dubois is plateauing and or falling off. No one can say that. Dubois' things looking like this. He went from Miller to Ergovic to Johnston. You can all laugh now and say, oh, Johnston didn't do nothing. You man wasn't saying that before the fight. That's what you have to take into account. You man was saying, AJ Masexuals was saying, it's the best AJ ever. And there was a narrative to that. He knocked out Mbonga in 1 round or 2 rounds. But still, AJ Johnston was a 4-1 favourite. The money line doesn't lie. Or 3-1 favourite. It doesn't lie. People don't put money up to lose it. So he was clearly a massive favourite. So you can't argue that, oh no, you can't count the AJ win. Miller, Ergovic, AJ. And they got more devastating as well. Jarrell Miller fight was a bit long in the tooth. Hergovic was a little bit less, and Johnston was even more emphatic. Dubois is getting better, and he wants his revenge. I also like the way Dubois talks in terms of I don't know why they keep doing it. They keep talking about the low blow, but Dubois said, I'm not interested. Yeah, I'm not interested in talking about the low blow. I think it was legal, is what he says. I believe it was legal too, but Dubois said, I think it was legal, but who cares? He's getting it this time. Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's getting it. Old school, belt to arse, yardie style. Yeah? You best believe it. Daddy taking his belt off time. That's what time it is for Alexander. He's too old, man. He's too old. And the mythological factors I want to mention on this narrative, what were they? They were 2 factors. 2 good omens for Dubois here. Not to mention that black eye situation, but the point is, I mentioned the black eye. I lead with the black eye because for me it was all kind of fit in this narrative. Number 1, I've never heard, so we've never seen Usyk have a black eye. Number 1. Number 2, we've never heard Usyk setting up. Yeah, I want AJ or Fury next. Remember that? Oh, I want who was it? Alex Pereira. Since this, well, in the last 6 months, all we've heard, well, since the fight's been announced, all we've heard is, yeah, I want to fight AJ a 3rd time. Yeah, I want to fight Fury a 3rd time. Turkey's another bad omen. How many times has Turkey came out before a fight's happened and said, yeah, we're doing this next. Oops, AJ's head gets knocked off. Right? Turkey came out the other day saying, yeah, we've got Fury and Usyk booked. A bad omen. The only good omen Usyk has right now is the fact I'm back in Dubois. That's the only good omen he's got. Another situation. Tony Bellew, the guy that Usyk, El Sparkletund and Van Gogh all over the canvas. Splattered him. Yeah? Tony Bellew came out and said, I was speaking to Usyk and he's asking me what retirement's like. Right? So again, on a mythological perspective, these are not good signs, man. You're getting in there with a 255-pound, 28-year-old Mandinga. Yeah? Old school, colonial level Mandinga. Is Daniel Dubois. He ain't playing. That's what he's not doing. This could be all bullshit. Listen, 10 days from now, Dubois gets punched up and I look silly. That said, I'm putting the signs together. These signs don't mean... Listen, you get the point. Yeah? All bad omens here. He's getting punched up in sparring. He's asking Tony Bellew what retirement's like. You don't want to be going into a fight worrying about retirement, do you? Or even speculating about it. We've always said that. If you're thinking about retirement, you're retired. Now, Usyk is the consummate professional. He probably will do better with these said omens than another man. That makes sense. Someone like Fury, when he's thinking about retirement, he's got half a kilo of Kinahan in his hand, right? A brass or two, and some Yippo whiskey, some Yippo moonshine, right? So when he's thinking about retirement, it's more detrimental. I'm not saying Usyk's on that. But the mind, how hard can you push? And I'm not going to lie, a lot of people have been glazing Usyk, but I have seen him really working hard against dudes with no passion. In both Fury fights, Usyk was at his limit. He did not have another gear. If he did, he'd have stopped Fury in that first fight. If he did, he'd have punched Fury up more. Fury didn't want to fight. Usyk hasn't been in there with dudes who really want to fight. Honestly, he has not. Particularly the last two fights with Fury. Fury didn't really want to have a scrap with him. Bottom line. Fury did not want to leave it all out there in either fight. And even then, Usyk, he slowed down a lot. Normally, Usyk's the guy getting quicker. Usyk had barely got going with Tony Bellew after 6 rounds. He just started warming up. Now you see him in there, whether it's the heavyweight, whether it's the age. Now you see him in there, he kind of slows down. And yeah, he's winning the rounds, but it's not like, oh, he's going to knock Fury out. Same with even the AJ fights. He's not building up. I'd say the first AJ fight, he was somewhat building up, but the second one, he was winning most of the rounds, but it was close. They were 60-40 type rounds. I think he got rocked as well in that second fight. But then he came back. The point is, he's maxing out against dudes with no heart. Well, not no heart, that's not fair to say, but with... AJ didn't want to go travel to the gates of Valhalla. He didn't want to storm the beach of Normandy. He did not. Yeah? He did not. At the end of the day, I'm not saying I would either, but he did not. How about that? Yeah? Fury did not. Sugar Hill saying, it's tonight. It's shit or bust. Normandy. Valhalla. Fury's like, right? That's the truth. Not my opinion, that's what we saw in there. He didn't want to get stuck in. And Usyk didn't... Usyk's in there with a man who don't really want to fight. And he's nicking the rounds, but he's maxed out. He didn't have levels to show people. He didn't look too comfortable to me either. Usyk starts getting... He looks a bit bedraggled now in the last 4 rounds. He's looking tired. I'm sorry. He's not building like he used to. Even look at the Chisora fight. That fight started out at a pretty quick pace, pushed by Chisora. But Usyk, he started off slow and then built into it and ended strong. I can't remember the last time I've seen Usyk end strong. Where you thought to yourself, oh, he could do another 5 rounds. He looks max 10 out of 10 when the fight finishes, goosed. You see, if you know what you're looking at, you see little bits of his form, his movement slower, which wasn't the case before. He looked like he was doing 12 for a canter against Chisora or even AJ1. It looked pretty smooth. So now he's another 7 months older, black eyes, and we're thinking about retirement. Yeah, thinking about, oh, fight AJ a 3rd time for the bag. Thinking about the bag. And not about necessarily Dubois. There's a lot of talk about, oh, Dubois is going to quit off a jab again. Okay, maybe he will. But if he don't, and from what I've heard from Dubois, not even just heard, but from what I've seen from him as well, I'm not saying his technique's massively improved. In fact, to the contrary, I'm not seeing much different. But there doesn't necessarily need to be much different. Dubois isn't AJ or Fury, but if AJ or Fury, yeah, more so, I'd say AJ2. If AJ2 had have really just stuck his head down and had a proper go and thought, I'm going out on my back tonight, he could have won that fight. Dubois, listen, and that was AJ could have won that fight in 2022, 3 years ago, and those are the wrong 3 years. Those are what, 35 to 38, the wrong years to be spending 3 years at. Meanwhile, Dubois, 28 probably is more or less your physiological peak. this really will be not as good as Dubois gets. Well, technically you can improve, strategically you can improve, experience you can improve, but around 28, maybe a bit before, is your physiological peak. Your cardio ain't going to get better from 28 onwards, I wouldn't assume. Certainly not higher than 30. What improves from 30 is your experience, so you're able to finesse little moves you learn or little ways to waste time which make you be able to last longer. It's not necessarily your computer age. That makes sense. If they were to test you on a computer, you're washed up after 30, is what I'm saying. Yeah. The skill, people like Floyd Mayweather made it work for him because of his skills, his experience. Old man in someone can make you look calm and or not expend as much. It doesn't mean you actually have the capacity you once had. And that's, listen, Dubois, he red hot. He coming in. Now I'm fixing to play some. That's what I'm fixing to do now. I was going to save these. I should really save them, to be fair. I should really save them, but I'm semi-long. I can't help myself. Let's put the semi-long on. Let's put the semi-long on for the masses. Let's do it right now. Oh, come on, man. Fight Hub TV. He's too big and too strong, honestly. He's too big and too strong.
It's the AJ performance over and over again, and you know, with this one, I get to not just defeat Usyk, but all my haters, all of them once again, and I love doing that. That's the best feeling in the world. Yeah.
And we didn't really get to touch on how much of a different guy is Alexander Usyk getting ready to see on the 19th.
It's massively different. He's going to be in a real fight. You know, that's all I can say. I'm a real fighter right now. I've gone through whatever mental challenges I've had to face, but I'm a different fighter right now. He's going to be in a real fight, and he's going to know about it. Yeah. He's 38 years old. He's going to know about it, for sure.
And we talk about that.
I can't tell you much, but he's going to know about it. That's what he's going to do. He's 38. He's too old. Long in the tooth, man. He dodged the draft. But that wasn't the only draft he was dodging. He should have dodged this one too. Yeah? Because he's walking into some proper arms way right now. Yeah? That wasn't the only draft he needed to dodge. This is a bigger one, an harder one. You see what I mean? But no, this is one example of it. I just like... Dubois hasn't just got confidence from... Like, Tyson's just got... He just talks. Tyson Fury, yeah, before he fought Usyk, he went life and death with Chisora. I lost money on that fight as well. I bet on Fury to knock down Chisora at least once. I think I put $1,000 on it. Or at least 500. I put $1,000. I'm sure it was $1,000. I put $1,000 down to win 500 profit. Yeah? At that point, Fury's knocked out... Who did he knock out? I think it was after the Wilder fight. So I'm thinking, well, he's knocked out Wilder twice. Chisora's been knocked out before, and or been... Parker at that point had put him down 4 times in one fight before. Fury goes in there, huffing and puffing. Can't punch for toffee. Yeah? He can't punch for toffee. Tyson Fury can't punch. He can't punch. He went life and death with Chisora, and the referee had to stop it on humanitarian grounds. It wasn't because Fury blew his back out. And all the Fury clowns. Oh no, but he was being... Yeah, Fury was being... What was the word? Fury was showing humility. No, he wasn't. He was proper trying. Watch that fight. Fury was huffing and puffing. More so in the first 6, but when he realised he couldn't get him out of there, he felt guilty because he couldn't punch. I get that, right? Fury really laid it on thick for 6 rounds and then thought, I thought I was going to blow him out in 2 rounds. Now I know he's taking punishment and I can't punch and put him out of his misery. I'm going to beg the referee for compassionate leave kind of thing. Yeah? That's what he did. So Fury can't punch. And Usyk was going life and death with Fury. Fury has other elements. He's quicker than Dubois. He's a little bit tricky. He's leaky as well. He's got no chin. Dubois going to walk right at him. Honestly. He's got the confidence. Not the fake Tyson Fury confidence. Not the fake, I'm growing my beard out to protect my chops confidence. Dubois coming in there clean shaven. And he's walking straight forward. Yeah? That's what he's doing. And it's going to... Coming in with his... I don't even mind him coming in with his head, man. Come in with your head. Come right in with your head, man. Lead with your head. End of the day. This is what time it is. It's head leading time. No, I'm messing, but... he's too big, he's too strong. It's Carl Froch versus Triple G. I think Triple G would have punched up Carl Froch, to be fair. I think Froch bottled that, if I'm honest, at the time. Froch was like, I'm too old. What was Froch? 38 at the time. Wasn't he saying Calzaghe shit himself, though? Around the same age, wasn't it? I don't know. I can't remember the circumstance. Maybe Calzaghe was younger than that, but same principle. Would have been a good fight. I'd have Triple G. George Groves ain't no Triple G, man. And did Frotch plaster him early? I'm not sure. Didn't really watch them fights, or I wasn't actively watching boxing. But I think Triple G would have been a good fight. It would have been a good fight, actually. It's a shame it didn't happen. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe. Black off the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this one, people. Stop it. Yep.